Today, I am talking about a topic about defeat. First things first, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Keisha Ellingson, and I help movers transition into life after the move because sometimes it's different than what you expected, like homesickness and loneliness and all those things we don't expect to pop up. I will help you walk through them. Today, I'm talking about something that's kind of heavy on my heart is what do you do with defeat? Because lately I've been feeling very defeated for like the last 2 weeks. And I just want to ask the question, do you ever feel defeated? Like, do you ever strive for something for so hard, for so long, and do all the things you think will lead you to progress and make a difference, and then it doesn't? I think it's a really hard moment to like be fully committed to something and then still feel defeated. And that's where I'm at now. So I wanted to pop on here and talk about it because I feel like sometimes social media places can be a highlight reel, and that's okay. Like, I love to share about all the good too. But I also want it to be a highlight reel, but also real life. Okay. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one who has felt defeated. I'm probably not the only one who feels defeated right now. And so I get a lot of mental talk when I'm feeling defeated because sometimes we can be our biggest cheerleader or we can be our biggest bully, right, in our head. And managing your mental talk is key to step out of this feeling of feeling defeated. And if you're feeling defeat right now, I just wanted to say that this may be strength training for you. Okay, it may be that you are building the exact muscles that you need when you walk through this. You're building exactly what you need to step into the next season. When you strength train your muscles and you work out, like, it's not that fun. It's hard and it's uncomfortable. And honestly, a lot of people don't do it because it's not fun. Okay. And they don't like that uncomfort. But if you are feeling in a state of defeat, we could wallow there. I mean, you have every right to if you want to. Or you could change your perspective on it and say, hey, this feeling is strengthening me. I am learning from it. I am gaining what I need to move on to the next abundance in my life, right? The next season. And so something else that I've been thinking about, like, is it worth it? Like, is striving for my goals, is striving to be the best version of myself worth it? But I'd also like to ask you the same question, right? I get kind of quiet when I cry, sorry. But is it worth it for you, right? And I think if we all think about this topic, is striving for my best version worth it? That question, that in the end we'd say yes, right? Because God has put us here for a reason, and we need to live out our purpose, and we need to strive to be better and to show up better and to fulfill the plan that He has. And sometimes when we get caught in feelings of defeat, in feelings of worthlessness, or like, why would I try because it hasn't worked in the past? Why would I step up again because I just got pushed back down? Those things are, I like to say, they're a training ground, right? They're training us to be stronger. They're training us to keep going. Even when you feel in defeat, you are not defeated unless you stop, unless you choose defeat. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to go and do the same thing over and over and over and persist in a way that hasn't been working. You can pivot. You can choose to let something sit for a moment and take on something else. And you can choose to find a different community to surround yourself with. But don't choose to stop, right? Don't choose to stop when it gets hard, because that's when you're building your strength. That's when you're attempting and in the process of lifting things that were too heavy for you to lift a year ago, right? And this is not just talking about physically. This is talking about your spirit and your mind, and you're crossing, when it's hard, you're crossing those thresholds to where you actually want to go. But I feel like defeat can sometimes be an illusion to us, right? Because in our culture, we expect things to be easy, right? We want the path of least resistance, because that's what's pretty and glorified and kind of like served up for us, right? Like, take this pill and like weight loss will be easy, or do this and take this program and everything will be laid out and it'll be easy. And I just like to challenge you, if you're feeling defeated, to be okay with life not being easy, to be okay with showing up even though you feel defeated, showing up even though life isn't going as planned, even though that thing that you've been striving for hasn't happened yet, because it's in the persistence that you will start growing and actually step over defeat. I'm reading this book by Napoleon Hill, and he says that failure cannot persist or keep up with persistence. Okay, so it's saying that if you fail, because you will, everybody fails, that's okay. But if you are persistent and keep on going, it will turn to success. Okay, so if there's anybody out there feeling a little defeated today, hey, I'm with you. But I'm not staying there. You don't have to stay there either. So, yeah, I was just checking quick notes I wrote down. So what I did today, instead of feeling defeated and trying to focus on my work right now and then not being able to because like my mind is running, I just went for a run. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to run it out. And I ran for 2.5 miles, and I haven't ran for a long time, like a year. But it was just to get some of those emotions out, to run it out, to get clear thinking again in my mind, and to have an outlet for some of that blah that comes with life, right? So, yeah, this is me encouraging you, being real. I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and defeat is a choice. Even if you feel it, you don't have to stay there.